Hello Commanders, Commander Plater here and welcome to today's live stream. I hope everyone's doing really well today. It's only Thursday, and if you're getting involved in the beta blowout, then you've got yourself a fleet carrier, assuming you can get into the system to get one. But I hope everyone's doing well, like I said. Quick hello to... so we got Gary, Pyrock, Big Head Bob, Omega Claw 2, Angels Flame Gaming, Hashtag, Alan, Vortex. How are we all doing? We all alright today? Steel Star Tether, hello, how you doing? We are going to be doing a little bit of the old laser mining here, hence why we've got this wonderful bright orange appearance in front of us. We're going to be dropping down into the rings in Boran and getting a little bit more. Brian M, try SnowRunner, what are you talking about? Hi, how you doing? Yeah, the fireworks. Why do they keep up with the fireworks? You know what's... right, go political for a minute. The place where I live, right, and this is all I'm going to say is a very simple thing. The place where I live is mainly conservative voting, right, and it's not a political party particularly well known for looking after the NHS. Not particularly known for it. Then again, I don't think any of them are. Oh, blimey, Nick, you're right. I've not done that, have I? It's not Satisfactory. It's not particularly well known for looking after the NHS, but they encourage them to clap. And I personally just think the NHS get paid more. That's all. I don't think you can. Oh, you can buy anything with rounds of applause, can you? So that's just my thoughts on it. I would happily pay more national insurance and the NHS get better looked after and better funded, but that is just me. Political bit over with. I'll just shut up now. Yeah, thanks for reminding me, Nick. I have fixed it, so it is now correct, and we are doing the laser minings. Right. Let's get ourselves down into that hotspot and begin. But yeah, Clive doesn't like the fireworks, and when you've got a cat who refuses to take his medicine or come out from under the bed at this time of day, it's not what you need. But we'll get him. Because the way I see it is that I'd rather have way more credits than I possibly need. Whew, that's a bit fast. Than I could possibly need. I'd much rather have more credits than not enough. Hey Astro, how you doing? Give mining streams equal best streams. Best for your pocketbook. So let's get this show on the road. We're gonna wait for Vortex to catch up with us. Before we get into it, because we've got the whole NPC thing that we have to worry about. Them turning up and deciding that we are full of tasty cargo. Oh look, there they are. They have arrived already. Yeah, Vortex. It's like, quick, someone say Panther Clipper. Check. Done it. Down to the story, I'm going to be praying to RNGesus. I tried out some mapped Paynite mining before, and just to be honest, it's just too frustrating. There's too much. Fly here, stop, turn yourself around, angle yourself this way, go to this one, then stop, turn round. It's just a little bit much in my mind. It's I'm not a fan of it, so I think we'll just do pray to RN Jesus and hope for the best. I think we'll see what turns up first. Good news is there's 3 of us, so it should be reasonably quick. That's a crap one that ProRock found. Low temperature time is 5%, not worth my time. To be honest, I'm surprised no one's really talking about the map for the low temperature diamonds, but it's going to be useless, isn't it? In a couple of weeks, right? Well, that's a 10%. Well, 11. So we'll hold until Vortex arrives, because those idiots are still around in the background. Right, Vortex and Super Cruise, so he'll be dropping in just a minute. Yeah, Hashtag, the vlog, yeah. The Clive and Medicine. Now, I know it's not great putting your fingers in a cat's mouth when it's annoyed, but I will tell you this. Clive is a very, very passive cat. You've got to remember that since 8 weeks old, I have tried really, really hard, and I mean like insanely hard, to get him calm, chilled out, passive, so that I can do things. So I trim his claws, I clean his ears, I can he won't take tablets. He won't do it. I can't wedge them in his mouth. I can't do any of that because he clamps his mouth closed, which is what he does. He doesn't bite, really. We only play. The only time he ever uses claws or teeth is when we play. That is the only time. And it is play rather than anything. But he is... he does not like his tablets. Like right now, he is still hiding under the bed. That smearing on the side of his face means that when he cleans, he gets it more. Oh, see, Vortex is saying disregard anything under 20%. Oh, we're gonna... Oh, we might as well start because this one here. A carjack for Clyde. Oh, I don't... The thing is, you wouldn't get it near his face. He just wouldn't let you. He is, he's very much his own cat and full of personality. Chock full of it. Well, we'll take this one, Vortex, because it's 18.57, and we've found it already. I feel like that's a good start. Clive has actually just come out from under the bed. Mrs. Plater has managed to trick him a little bit. So we'll see how it goes for his medicine. No, Gary, they can't. And actually, he really hates having that end messed with. Like, he doesn't even let us brush his back legs. Jolly Giant, yeah, that sounds about right. That is exactly what happened to me even last week. I was trying to get into a system, and that's why Astro offered to sell me his spot so that I had to go into it. See, alright, okay, still salt over. Here's the thing, right? We picked up something called pill pockets, right? So pill pockets, they're like this like kind of like gummy, squishy stuff that you put a tablet in, you squeeze it closed and you give it to them. And, you know, hopefully what happens is that your cat eats it and in it goes. Clive eats the stuff around it and then spits it out. Like, it's what he does every single bleeding time. Right, Vortex, waiting on you will go for when you've been scanned, and then we can kick it off. And then as long as you've been scanned, Vortex, we are good to go. Yeah, Monty Cox, that's my kind of thoughts on that one. Oh, Commander Chambers, thank you very much for the host. Much appreciated. How you doing? Right, let's go. Not using my engineered power distributor. This should be an interesting one. It's going alright. Mining is fine. Gary, use the blowpipe but wait for him to yawn. Yeah, maybe not. But yeah, I should have used my weapon focus power distributor. But I've got a Guardian one on there, which run a little bit hot. It's only equivalent to kind of like grade 4 charge enhanced. Also, rather warm. I mean, Gary, I appreciate your work. It's some solid, solid thoughts behind it. Like, logically, should work. That one's tagged already, isn't it? That's crap. But yeah, Commander Chambers. The mining is hopefully good. We will have to wait and see. I mean, is that all we got? 3 tons of low temperature diamonds out of that one. Oh dear. Oh. Oh, that was 23%. So, over we go. I think we'll have that one. Yeah, I see. I know Vortex has got a lot more in the way of limpets than I do. Well, Clive has had his medicine administered, and he is now drooling. Yeah, if any cats were gamblers. Right, let's get ourselves lined up. Ish, that'll do. Right, Monty, mine runs with 512 with shields and fuel scoop. Oh god. Should not have brought this power distributor. This could be a painful session. Yeah, I don't know if I finished mining this one or not. Hey Gypsy, how you doing? No mate, be like a wizard. Arrive exactly when you intend to. You're never late, don't worry about it. I've got proper sweaty hands as well. This is not good. Because it's so warm in the UK. Ooh, 35. Nice. The good news about mining in a wing is that normally it means I get away without having to prospect anything. I've got people that do that for me. So Phalanx, yeah, that's my fault. That's very much my fault for not bringing the correct power distributor. I kind of thought this would be okay. It wasn't. It's in another ship. That's the problem. I also can't get a build together that I like for a cutter. Otherwise, I'd be using a cutter. I just really struggle with it. Ryan de Hawaiian. Aloha. How you doing? I just need to keep an eye on my temperature gauge rather than let it overheat. Otherwise, I'm going to end up with a trashed cargo hatch. Although I do have to kind of keep an eye. right? Now, to be honest, I have way more than enough credits when it comes to, when it comes to getting a carrier. But what I want is I want to have enough money left over that I don't feel poor after buying it and outfitting it, because that would just be shameful and embarrassing. No one wants to. No one. I really just don't want to be the. I don't want to be the poor YouTuber, you know. I can't be that one with no credits. Right, Renan. So they're not available yet, but they will be available in the upcoming. Well, the upcoming update. Well, that sounds awful, doesn't it? In the update, but there'll be 5 billion to purchase initially, and then outfitting depending on what you want it. If you wanted to buy everything for it, all the optional, then you would have to spend another 1.1 billion. Right, collected limpets. What are we doing? Well, one of them just sat next to me. Have I not got space? Oh, we're collecting Painites as well, are we? Where did that come? Not going to worry about it. Not going to worry about where that came from. I'm not enjoying it today, I don't think. I'm not feeling it. I was like, see, Claude, to be honest, it doesn't really make too much of a difference if you start and stop. All it does is it just basically means you don't hear the overheat thing going all the time. Churning through it quick. Come on. Yeah, thought so, Vortex. I thought that's what you're doing. I spotted that. Right, depleted. Where is the next one that we're on to? This one. Hunter, right. Am I rich? Am I rich enough? That is one question. Oh, that was interesting. It made it like I was in range and then suddenly I wasn't. Not quite rich enough. As in, like, I could do with being richer. I mean, can anyone that's rich? I just want a bit more. I say, I want enough that I don't feel poor after buying a carrier. I know, what a thing to say. But that is important. So Hunter, you've had a rough day. Is that because it's been so hot? Is it one of them? Because people are idiots. Just want to continue. I mean, no, Alan, they have not. I mean, they've also not seen me and Batman in the same room at the same time. Just saying. I'm just throwing it out there as a fact. No one has seen me and Batman in the same room at the same time. Hey Snappo, how you doing? Yeah, Mrs. Plater has managed to... For anyone that doesn't know, Mrs. Plater is American. We do not hold that against her in any way, shape or form. just so we know. But she today find out that she has got her indefinite leave to remain visa for the UK, which is absolutely fantastic. So it means that we can't be separated, which is actually brilliant. Huge fan of that one. Juan, dude, you can ask me. You can ask me how many I've got. You don't have to ask other people. It's all right. I'm here to be spoken to. I've got 27 so far. Right. Now we're gonna put a prospector in this one. Right, Parrock, do not bump into me. Okay. Oops. Hola, Juan. ¿Cómo estás? I'm out of Spanish at that point. But I hope you're doing alright. I hope you're doing good. No, Parrock, it was just more of a don't. An advisory. Galarak, no, not really. I mean, the only thing I think is that it's not enough to kind of like worry about. I said I'm going to see if I could avoid talking about them today, but obviously it was never going to happen because it's what I'm earning money for. Is that the problem is that there's somewhere else to buy everything for cheaper, so there's very little in the way of reason for people to come to your carrier, and I think that's the issue. That there needs to be an incentive for someone to come to your carrier, and just because it belongs to another player doesn't necessarily mean there will be, which is one of the reasons why I'm not going to be really selling ships at mine, or selling modules and stuff like that. I won't really be doing that. I will take out a trade until it becomes more viable. Now, the problem with that, it's a bit of a catch-22, is that if you don't take part in a feature, FDev won't improve it. Think multi-crew. Multi-crew was rubbish, no one used it, so it's never been fixed. So that's something to think about. That is something that happened. Right, where's the planet? Right. Throw enough of that. I mean, Hunter, I'm just gonna leave mine open to everybody. Just assuming people might donate tritium every now and then if they want to. Honestly, that's the thought. Or the universal cost graphics. I mean, I think that would be acceptable. See, I don't really know what we've minded what we haven't at this point. Oh, that was a weird freeze. Yeah, depleted. What we got? A 22. Phalanx, no, not at all. That's the thing, I don't think there's any reason why you would not want to have someone park your carrier unless, and it is like a real kind of stretch this one, because different game modes, unless you only played an open and you didn't want someone who's ganked you to come near it, but that's kind of it. I'm not strictly sure or convinced on that one. Yeah, Hashtag, that is pretty cool. that people have decided to do that. I'm far too selfish for any of that. But then again, Galric, if it's a pad hog situation, then you just go to another game mode, don't you? But either one, I don't have anyone, and everyone can come and dock at mine. No worries. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be using mine for BGS support. I think there's a couple of us that will be doing that. I am going to try, once everyone's bleeding cleared out of the bubble with them, I'm going to attempt, I do mean attempt, to actually make some money with it by doing some trading. I'm 100% going to be mining some bromelight, setting it up and selling it. Selling to people who need to unlock engineers, that kind of thing. I give it a go. I don't know if it will work up. Now, is that... Ugh. There's a lot of low temperature diamond fragments out there, and I feel like that better not be ones that I've left behind, because that's going to be a real pain in the backside. But there's so many there that it could be. Wait, is it? Phosphorus, sulfur, phosphorus. Oh no, it's materials. It's fine. Right, where'd the guys go? Make sure I've got my prospector in it anyway. Of course I failed. But not that one. One thing that I will say that I'm disappointed with the carriers, as I mentioned it in my recent video, was I spoke about how it's not right that I can't set the price to be whatever I would like on the carriers. Like I'm limited to this 5 to 1,000%. So what it means is that if I want to set to buy low temperature diamonds, for example, at 1.1 million, because I'm holding out for the big 1.7, you know, before I go and sell them, I can't do that. The maximum I can set it to is 570,000, at least in the beta. Which kind of leaves you not able to gouge the market that well. Well, Hunter, I want the option, is the answer to that. So I probably would get a ship kit if there's a ship kit, because a little bit of customization is always welcome. Oh, thanks. I had my Corvette destroyed. Wasn't much that could be done about it, to be honest. I've only got 48 so far. I'm a little bit slow. But yeah, I do want a gold one. Lee is 100% spot on. But hey Lee, how you doing? Alan, yeah, they are. So I'm going to assume that's how that would work. We don't know yet. We don't know if that's going to be an option that you can change. Right, I need my limpets to catch up with me. Oh, I'm having problems with limpets. I'm pretty sure there are some just sat there that are miles away and not catching up with me. Oh, there it is, nice and slow. Right, so we know this one up here. Is a good one. See, they're expiring. Is that because they're miles behind me? Wait, what? Why are they not? Why are they not catching up? Like this guy. He's hardly the, you know, the hardest working limpet out there. Right. Lee, I'm on like 11 point something. I think. Right. Yeah, I know Hashtag they've got limited range, but they're a nightmare. Hey Seth, how you doing? I hope you're doing alright today. I just want, like I say, I just want to have more than enough. No, Lee, there aren't any good prices that are out and about at the moment. The maximum I think out there at the moment is 1.1, which obviously is better than nothing. See, you guys, your limpets are stealing. I think your limpets are stealing my stuff. Like, yeah, they are. Like, that's why I'm not getting any bloody low temperature diamonds. Like, I just watched Provox come and steal everything that I had mined. Well, great. And I know once you guys are full up, then we will go and get some more for me. Phalanx, yeah. But yeah, it's the way that it's the supply and demand system in Elite that kind of works, but not quite. You know, it's it does what it do. You know. Finish it off, get that last, there we go. Aragon, no, you just have to full out throttle and that's it. That's all you can do. Oh yeah, that one literally only has 20. Where'd Vortex go? Right, it's over there. Well, I guess we're going for this 20 whilst we're here. Scary Monster, so money's much more profitable than Robigo runs. Yes. That's the answer. Yes. Mining kind of like stays being the most the best moneymaker there is. Top tip, Aragon, when you take a mission, because I'm hoping it's a mission, which is why you're going there, it tells you literally that's it. Like, it tells you when you pick up a mission how far away the target station is. Definitely keep an eye on that. Slick. So you're saying you're pretty new to the game, you've got 54 hours, but you don't really understand best ways of getting money. The way you do it is go to EDTB, get the single best route, and trade in Type 6. Any better tips for you? To be honest, kind of where you are, mid-game wise, like it's still early game, but you could do better from doing missions. Don't rely just on trade to make money. Because if you just do trade, you don't get any materials, which you need for engineering. So you do need to really focus, well, do a bit of that so you can gather more things at once. That's my top bit of advice, I would say. Blackfire, dude, English, bro. I only speak English, and bad English at that. But yeah, Slick, missions, be your friend, like do some. Also, passengers. Running passengers is a really good way to make money and get materials at the same time. That's another piece of advice I would say, is do a bit of that. Slick, engineering will improve every single aspect of your ship. So when you start engineering, you can like increase your jump range even more than buying just a better frameshift drive. Or you can have a longer scan range, you can have lightweight, weapons are more powerful, all these things that you can do through engineering. But you need materials to do them, materials and data. And they're pretty easy to get whilst you're doing early game money making. So you do early game money making through running missions, and it's a pretty easy way of doing it. But Slick, if you want, you can join my Discord. We have a player group, and in my player group there are loads and loads of people in there who are knowledgeable, helpful. Other words that end in full. Some of them are true, some of them aren't. But yeah, like every bunch of knowledgeable guys. Kyle, yeah, it'll go, but something else will no doubt pop up, because that's the way it works. But yeah, we've got a Discord as well as a squadron, so if you want to join both, you're more than welcome. Yeah, the Vulture is an absolute brute. So Slick, Boran. What's Boran LTD? Well, Boran Low Temperature Diamonds. The LTD, that's what it stands for. But yeah, it's just they are worth lots of money to sell them. They're like one of the most expensive things out there to sell. But they're getting rid of it because they're redoing the hotspots, because they're introducing a new commodity called tritium. Tritium is the fuel for fleet carriers, for jumping them around. So they're doing that so that whenever they add something new, unfortunately, they have to move the hotspots around. So yeah, that's why that was happening. A bit of a pain, But what again I really hope, and this is the same thing that I always hope, is that money making in general gets a balance pass. I always think that the higher risk something, the better it'll pay. So I always think combat should pay better than it does every single time. Like, it makes no sense, for example, that at the moment, if you do a wing mission in a conflict zone, you'll get like a contract to kill 40 ships, and it'll pay you 40 million. You get the same amount offered to you as a solo mission, and you to kill 90 ships, and you get paid the same amount. It just makes no sense. I don't. It's in desperate need of rebalance, and money making always has been. Same with bounty hunting; it doesn't pay enough. Like, bounty hunting is a fantastic way to make money early on. Like, when I say early on, I mean like your first couple of mil. A very, very easy way of doing it. But yeah, I'm not loving that idea though of losing out on an easy spot, like this one place where everyone goes for mining. Oh, don't tell me collecting bits are expiring. I understand that it's what needs to be done, but there is a sneaky... I mean, I think it'd be interesting to see how the prices work out in the new update. Tenacious D said you got your 5 billion for your fleet carrier. How much more do you think you need for upkeep and installing services? Well, 1 billion credits will definitely do your first year for you, probably do your first 2 years. Assuming you don't buy anything, but what you will need to do is there we go, that one. You can need at least, I would say at least 1 billion. Like, you need at least 1 billion to outfit it. That's always my thoughts. And then if you're going to buy stock because you want to sell ships and all that kind of stuff, then that's another bunch of money. But yeah, there is I think there's going to be a change to pricing and galactic average pricing, I think, in the new update with fleet carriers. I just don't think it's being spoken about. We can't test it until there's a proper market going. Well, Haztech, you do get a decent amount of minerals, but not very cool ones. Like, not the higher grade. You just get your first grade 1 and grade 2. Oh, what are they doing? Why did suddenly all of my limpets suddenly die? Is there something directly underneath me? Yeah, I guess we'll see. It's very much like a we will see what happens, and I don't really like to kind of speculate or judge anything before it actually happens. I think that's the wrong way to do it, so that's just me. Was that one any good? What I would like, Alan, is the ability to engineer them, personally. Right, what do I want to be after? That one. I've also said that I want planetary strip mining. That'd be cool. planetary strip mining would be, and as much as I hate this word, epic. But yeah, I always said that what I want is I want like a big mining rig. Think of something like from Dune, like the Dune Sci-Fi franchise, where you just slap it down on a planet and it starts churning away. Obviously, you don't need to worry about giant worms, but you know that drops down, that starts churning away, gathering, and you're like, yeah, here we go. Let's make ourselves some sweet cheddar. But yeah, I think that would be cool. Radon, maybe we should worry about giant worms. Well, if we land inside one and have to pick off the Minox, then I'm going to be really disappointed. But yeah, looting other people's mining rigs, stealing it, yeah, sure, why not? But don't know if you find it. No, Alan, no. None of that. But yeah, I think it should be cool. Avasasu, hello, how you doing? Hope you're alright. Having a good evening, I hope. Yeah, hashtag Star Wars reference, yep. And later on, I'm hoping to go and pick up some power converters from Toshi Station. But my uncle keeps telling me that I can mess around with my friends later, anytime. But Harvest is only once a year, so what can I do? Actually, I'm just going to casually check this one whilst I'm here. Collecting. That's 25. Might as well start on it. Now, I don't know how much I'm going to get. Interesting enough, Pro Rock, right? I met one of Luke Skywalker, like, so in A New Hope originally, you were supposed to meet Luke's friends, but for pacing reasons, George Lucas just ditched it. Now, the actor Anthony Forrester, who has been in Fireball XL, and as well, he played the stormtrooper that gets Jedi mind tricked by Obi-Wan at Mos Eisley, and he gets told that he should, you know, to move along. These aren't the droids you're looking for. You can move along. He does that. He's the one that gets mind tricked by Obi-Wan Kenobi. I met him because where I was working at the time, he came in to open a bank account. So I sat there and I went through and did all this for him, and then we had a good old chat about well, Star Wars and what it was like making it and all that kind of stuff, because you know it's not every day you get to meet someone who is famous. Yeah, he was a really nice guy. But yeah, he kind of explained that because a lot of people, he said when he gets booked for conventions and stuff, that they're like, oh, you need to, oh, can you wear the suit? And he's like, oh, if you want me to wear the stormtrooper suit, then you need to pay me $1 million. Like, it's flat out, because he's like, no, because at that point, you're asking me to be... Oh. Yeah, you're asking me to be like an actor. Like, at that point, you're not just booking me for a public appearance, you're booking me as an actor. And it's like, oh, okay. Interesting. But yeah, really, really nice guy. I think a lot of people that are in Star Wars are, from what I can tell, at least the original, because when they were all acting it, they just thought it was junk. It was like no one thought it would be anything. So, yeah, but Lee, that was in Return of the Jedi, wasn't it? So, not the same. But yeah, really interesting. It was good chat with them. Plus, I got him to sign a DVD for me, and he gave me a couple of signed cards as well. I may or may not have intentionally made it so that he had to come into the office twice, so that I could be prepared for the second time. Snappo, you've got pack hounds. Nice! That's good going. I mean, I've got a bunch that I've bought and stored and not done anything with. So, what can I do? CJ, oh, you might be waiting a little bit longer, I think. But yeah, the low temperature diamond piracy, I can't remember when that was nerfed. I think it was around the time when we all started to be able to mine them all. I've really got to start being more careful. Because yeah, I'm taking a little bit of damage and everything. The cargo hatch is down to 97. No good. Kyle, why is that use Type 9 miner over versus a cutter? Well, I don't really like cutters, to be honest, which I know is controversial. Also, I had a Type 9 ready to go. I wasn't strictly sure what I was going to do from a stream until about half an hour beforehand, so here we are. I do have a cutter, but it's purely built for combat at the moment, and unfortunately it is also may or may not have a fine on it, well, a bounty for some reasons I'd rather not talk about. The less questions asked about that, the better. But where are we? Oh, we're about an hour into the stream already, so welcome everyone to the stream who's coming in. I hope everyone's doing right and you're having a good day. Today I'm doing a spot of mining just because I want to top up my funds before the fleet carrier update drops. Nothing major. I've got enough money to buy one and then outfit it, so that's totally fine. But what I would like is to have a little bit more, so I've got some funds left over to make sure I've got plenty for rebuys, and I can kind of chop and change things if I need to. Because there's a little bit of reduction when you sell stuff, so sell off the modules, so I kind of want to be prepared for that. Plus, if I want to stock anything, then I'll need to have extra funds for that, because there might be some occasions I do. So money very much being an enabler for a bit of fun, for me anyway. Oh, ooh. So Vortex is back. So yeah. Oh, if you haven't already, and you fancy it on the old YouTube's, hitting the like button. It does help me out. It's a free way of showing some support and telling YouTube that's kind of what you like. It helps you take control of the YouTube algorithm, so you're presented with more stuff that you are interested in, rather than you being forced, can you carbonate a hot dog, for example, and then you click on it and then you ruin your suggestions, because we've all done that. And also, if you're watching on Twitch and you haven't followed, feel free as well. You don't have to, but it's cool if you do. Yeah, I've also remembered I haven't done something I'm supposed to do in the background of YouTube stuffs. Oh yeah, Snappo, sure man. Yeah, Alan. Yeah, exactly that. Carbonate hot dog. Turns out you can't. By the way, that's the that was a learn from that, and so I'm hoping everybody knows now that you cannot carbonate a hot dog. You are welcome. I watched that really annoying video, so you don't have to. But yeah. But yeah, it's it's a thing that people try to do. There's carbonated chocolate milk as well, which don't do that. Don't do it. Like, please don't do it. Apparently it's awful. Because the carbon dioxide, using a soda stream, of course, and then it's tried to do jelly as well, but they put the nozzle in a bucket of jet. Oh, it's awful. See, Renan. Everyone turns crimes off. Ooh, wicked. I think we've all tried to give it a bit of a go, like try to do a couple of events like I did during the beta, during the first round of the beta. It was interesting. Just because apparently around carriers, all you can get is the maximum is 16. It's like maximum you get 16 ships before they start de-instancing. And that is intentional from FDev, which is a surprise. It's a shame, but then again, if you've got 16 pads, I guess that's the idea behind it, is that you don't want to have loads of people sitting around a carrier who can't dock it out. Yeah, not far off. It is like you took all the luck with you there, Vortex. I do really badly when it comes to finding asteroids.
Hello there.
Johnny Burrett, thank you very much for subscribing. Hope you're doing alright. Oh, BA Vortex. How do you... Immediately finds a 32er. Look at that. This guy. Brilliant stuff. Not to complain about it too much. Oh, Gary. Oh, okay, right. In with that. I have a friend who they got to go to the premiere of I'm trying to think which it was one of the Avengers films, so I think it was the Infinity War. Got to go see Infinity War. Got to go to the premiere, and he met Samuel L. Jackson on awkwardly on an escalator, so that he couldn't actually escape. And then afterwards, they afterwards, whilst waiting around, someone went to the toilet. They met Mark Hamill. Yeah. Met Mark Hamill. Which is like, oh, joy. Oh, Snappo, what have you done? Snappo, mate, you're going to need to leave the instance. Like, pretty sharpish. Because you attacked clean ships, mate. They were just harmless miners. That's it, they were just harmless miners. Hashtag no. The weird thing is that a rock depletes at the same rate. So everyone has like a share that they can go for. Right, what's Vortex got selected? That's rubbish one. Right, Pearl, didn't you say the 29er? Because Snapper, you are now a straight up murderer, unfortunately. So only say got to be Corey Taylor in 2012. Cool. I've not met anyone famous for a very long time. I mean, a lot of it also depends on what you think famous is too, I guess. Yeah, Snappo, if you turn around and come back, you should now be okay. I would hope. But yeah, haven't had a chance of mixing with celebrities for quite a while. Hang on, it's not murder, it's claim protection. Who's with the... Snappo. It's like, oops. Got overexcited. But yeah, just a quick update on... see, Christopher, that's better when you say about the Green Cross Code Man. He's also the guy that played Vader's body, right? You mean that guy? Because that means you met Darth Vader, and that's cool. Don't let anyone take that away from you. There you go, so you met Darth Vader. You don't have to meet James Earl Jones to say you met Darth Vader. The one I'm on, guys, is a 28. David Prowse, thank you, Gary. I just couldn't remember his name. But yeah, show myself as not being a proper Star Wars fan. Alan, yeah. There's also times when they redubbed the audio with different lines, even completely, to throw people off, like the whole "No, I am your father." That bit wasn't when filmed. Wasn't actually when actually said as that line. It was said something different. It's like, "No, I killed your father," and it's like, "No," and that's why he reacts to it. But See, Mark Hamill was told, and he's like, look, you know, and I know. So if anyone else then knows, I know it was you. And that was kind of the conversation went. Ah, Lee, well done sneaking that one past the missus. I can only assume it's like, oh yeah, it's a great name. Leia, yeah, it's great. He once kicked your dad out of a nightclub when he was a bouncer in Bristol in the 1960s and didn't need the force. Yeah, that seems legit. He's a big lad, so he was a bodybuilder. Yes, Nightbot, lad, taking care of business over there on Twitch. If I redubs Demolition Man, I changed sponsorship. Oh yeah, the good one. Oh right, Lee. Like that, is it? Like that. A name with a story. See, now I want to know. Now I want to know the story. Damn it. Oh, Alan. Heartbreaking. Now, I don't really want to talk too much about the 3 seashells, because I've seen this is how it's used. I don't believe that. I do not believe it at all. It seems really unlikely from that. And I'm not going to talk about it here. I'm not going to explain exactly what it is and how it's supposed to work. But I want to know how they were really imagined to have been used. Tedo, definitely want to go for 10, mate. Go big or go home. How you doing, fella? And Picard 2010, how you doing? Yeah, see, Tato, I say go for the extra funds because outfitting options, if you want to get yourself a carrier. I'd rather have a bit of extra. See, the secret of doing low temperature diamond mining is just follow vortex. That's all you want to do.
Hello there.
Mr. Bunty King, thank you for the follow. It's a name. Mr. Bunty King, thank you very much for the host. How you doing? I've not met you before. I don't think I know your name, so welcome and thank you. Is appreciated. Yeah, Pyrock, we have a sell destination in mind already. Ah, you're farming sulfur. Farm myself a spot of engineering on the cards then. Oh. Honestly, for me, I will always go for the more expensive stuff, or like the higher grade, and then trade down. Especially once you've already got your reputation with your engineer, you can just skip through the lower ranks really quickly. Oh, got a 31 behind you, Vortex. tedious. You want to do all the fun stuff like fighting and having an FSD with 1,000 light year range. Yeah. It's kind of like you've got to. I feel like you have to go through the painful bit of engineering and material gathering before you're able to then go on and actually get your funds or get your engineering done and make the most of it. Alan, no, you can't do that. Like, the reason why you can't beat minis, I think it's 331 actually, is because he's got some really nice legacy engineering that you cannot get anymore, and so he's kept it. He's a numbers man, that guy Mini. Oh, this one's a 26. I'm going to call it 27. Oh, that sounds good. Yeah, Bunty King, you're right. Alright then, thank you, take care. There is no better star combo, Alan. Oh, I suppose it was slightly too far off. Lee, me too. I always said that the random, or the RNG aspect of engineering was in the wrong place. So I've got no issue with you kind of like either doing well on your rolls or doing badly on your rolls, because you can re-roll it. What I didn't think you should do was struggle to find the right materials. Because it doesn't really make any sense. Like, why couldn't I buy Imperial shielding from the Empire, you know, to get hold of it? Like, wouldn't that be quite an easy thing to do? Just grab it, and I've got it. You know, we're good. But no. The random. I feel like the random rolls is fine because it's like overclocking. But that said, like Alan's saying, the imbalanced weapons, yeah, I've still got some legacy multi-cannons kicking around, and they don't fire at the same rate, and one runs out of ammo before the other. Right, what are we up to? How many do we got? Only 163. This is not going well, I don't feel like. 163, 1.2. Oh, my collector limpets are doing weird stuff. That was a bad little. Oh, yeah, of course, it's got a 35 though. It's a good one. Coming back empty. Or some of them are coming. Yeah, most of them are coming back empty. Which is a real pain. And I wish this wouldn't happen. I really, really wish it wouldn't dance around all over the place. Lee, you still don't have a cutter? I'm not a fan of them. Like, I'd gain 1 billion credits if I sold mine. Let's just start moving on to this one. I will say though, it does look like a jumbo jet there, doesn't it? Right. A drunken cutter which is just an immortal turret boat. I don't like them. I don't I don't like the drift with cutters. And I don't like... Yeah, I'm just not a fan of it. I prefer the Corvette because it handles so much better. Yeah, sure, its shields can't get quite as strong. But what it does do is it handles better, has more time on target out of the big three. And you can't buy time on target. $173, come on. I say it's the Corvette is pretty much well known. It's my favourite ship. Like it's a ship that I decided to not. It's a ship that made me not buy an Anaconda until I needed to go long range exploring for quite a while, because I just didn't need it. I was a combat pilot. The fact it was the first ship that had two huge, first and only ship, that's those two huge hardpoints. How could I go for anything apart from that? Yeah, I will say the Lakon ships in VR are good. Like, they have a real look to them. Oh, that's rubbish. I mean, there is no best ship in Elite Dangerous. It's very important that you bear that in mind, but there are some ships that do things much better than others. I'm already thinking that I might have to switch over to a cutter for mining, just because of speed. Because originally the only reason I had a cutter was to do Heelys for Feelies and farm materials in conflict zones. That was the only reason I really had one. And it was an absolute farce. But now, I actually can't do that anymore, so I improved it. Yeah, Christopher, exactly. And sometimes you don't realise how much you like a ship until you do that. Like, my Mamba, for example. I really like the Mamba. I like the way it looks. It looks like I'm flying this badass rich man speedboat around while shooting people in the face with frag cannons. It's great. But yeah, the Vulture as well. Because my ship progression was really odd. Like, it was very much, you can tell what kind of pilot I was. So I went, obviously started off with the Sidewinder, then went Eagle, Viper, Vulture, Python, Corvette. That's what I did. DO3, that's cool, but normally I can get 512 in 2 hours, which is actually lower, more efficient. But to be honest, I'm just chilling. I'm not interested in the most efficient way of doing stuff. Look, those limpets out of nowhere. Get your limpets out of here. Stop stealing my stuff. I'm hoping it'll be fine. I typically don't chase the most efficient way to do things because it just doesn't appeal to me that much. Lee said he bought a gunship, engineered it, and never used it. I mean, I bought the gunship for the Federail gunship, and ended up not being very good. Like, too hot. New engineering, I haven't even gone back and tried it, so it could be brilliant. Right, when they come in and drop everything off, that should be nice. Here it comes. Well, that was really disappointing. That was 2 tons. Oh. The Vulture, though, I used to love the Vulture. The Vulture used to be insane. Like, you used to be able to ram into anacondas and mess them up, and that was back when you used to be able to fire at the power plant of NPCs and destroy them every single time, and you'd always hit them in the power plant, and it would always take them out, like, without a doubt. It was the way. That was a particularly good one. And then I had a Python, and I had a pre-nerf Python, because the Python was nerfed really heavily quite a while ago. It used to be this, it used to handle really well. So it used to handle like a medium ship, use a medium landing pad and hit like a large ship. It was good. Yeah, Hunter. We don't need to talk about that though. I had to put another nuclear power plant in, Hunter, just so you know. It had to be done, unfortunately. Alright, it's got a 37 up there. It's alright, Pro Rock. I don't think anyone spotted you bumping into it. Snap, I trusted you the first time. I'm gonna trust you again. Do not let me down. Yeah, Hunter, probably do. Yeah, so I had to do a whole other pipeline of water all the way down from the top of that waterfall down to nuclear power. It's not great. Talking about the game Satisfactory, just so everyone knows, which I love. I absolutely love Satisfactory as a game. I think it's fantastic. But we do need to go on a bit of a mission for us to hunt down some hard drives to pick up some alternative recipes for us to research, so things will be even more efficient. That's the idea behind it anyway. Seeing is believing. Doesn't always happen. Oh yeah, I was going to do an update on Haribo. The 7, and actually to work out, it's 7.3 kilos of Haribo. So a quick update on that. It's on the way. That's what it is. So it's not arrived yet. So there's no huge sugar rush or anything like that. I might do a super weird unboxing, you never know. Why not? Put it on the vlog channel. But it's God. It's gonna be ridiculous. 7.3. Christopher, so Satisfactory is coming to Steam as well. Like, they're making it for Steam, it will come to Steam. The only thing to bear in mind, though, is that Epic is better. Is better for the developers and getting them more money. So do bear that in mind. Steam take considerably more amount and a larger cut. And I've got a lot of time for Coffee Stain Studios. I always say that they do some of the best community management in games that I play out there, for sure. I can't think of okay, right. The only game that I've purchased on the Epic Store, I think, and this is going to be a bold claim, is MechWarrior 5. MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries. And I've barely played it. Because it's really hard and it actually doesn't look very nice. So I'm waiting for them to get RTX and DLSS in working properly, so it looks pretty. I don't know, it might be already. And kind of give it a go. Yeah, I'm gonna take the 24. But yeah, so from that you can kind of extrapolate that I did not. Oh, you just skipped that one, take the 36. Where's the 36? That one, right. Yeah, I was given Satisfactory by Coffee Stain to play and review. Christopher, yeah, we are. We definitely are due a good one. Matt Mechanical, hello, how you doing? Or Matt's Mechanical. United since '89. You say you've got your carrier, but all the admin systems are full. Yeah, that's why I'm playing in live rather than in the beta, because the beta is just full of people, full of peasants who can't afford the 5 billion for their carriers. I am being over dramatic, just so we know, and over the top on purpose. But yeah, it's just going to be full of people that won't be using it in live anyway. Plus, everywhere's full. Now, in preparation for MechWarrior 5, when it came around, I replayed MechWarrior 4 Mercenaries, and I loved it. Like, I thought it was brilliant. Absolutely fantastic, like, well worth the play. Again, I'm like, this is fantastic. Had a Unisphere pack in there, so I had all the packs, and so all the mech packs and the lasers. I ended up being the one where it had the Gauss cannon on it, this huge spinal Gauss cannon. I can't remember the name of the mech, but oh my goodness, it was excellent. Guys, I think we've got an eagle incoming. That eagle. Can someone take that out? Snapper, you're on. Hey Colin, I'm in the main game. We're in live. But yeah, it's, whilst I understand they did it, it's a bit of a pain. It is a bit of a pain if you're trying to play or test it out. So it's, yeah, I'm just not going to do that because I can do this and actually make some credits from it. That'd be good. I'm doing alright, Colin. I'm having an alright day. Unfortunately, though, today is the last day that I get to take off of my cancer meds, so I have to go back on it tonight, which is a shame because I felt really, really good this week, which is why my voice sounds a lot stronger. Very well. Got to do what we got to do. Yeah, I mean, I knew it was going to happen, and I think anyone who didn't think it was going to happen, you don't think thousands of people are all going to log in, buy fleet carriers from the same place for 1 million credits, and it not be full? Yeah, it's... for the last week I've not managed to be able to make it into a carrier administration system to be able to do anything with my carrier. I wanted to remove facilities, but I had to disable them instead because I had no choice. Bit annoying. I know that there's limits to how many carriers can be in there. Maybe a bit higher? Oh right, Pro Rock, you want to know what's going to be the first thing I'm going to do when I can leave my flat? I don't know, actually. I'll probably literally just pop to the shop and realise how much I actually hate people, then come home. Maybe a little bit of that. Oh, Vortex, yeah, that makes sense. But you can't get back in. That was my problem. I just couldn't get back. But yeah, I think when I can leave my flat and get out and about, I'm hoping to start being able to go to the gym again. That'd be quite nice. Because as much as I want to pretend that I'd work out at home, like, you know, I used to be a professional kickboxer. I know how to work out in a 2-meter square space. Like, I used to teach classes where that's all the space people had. But yeah, it's not quite. I just got no motivation. I'm really bad when it comes to working out at home. It's that's why I never do. But yeah, Alan. But that's not going to be the first thing I do. PloidCon 3 will not be the very first thing. We will 100% do a community meetup when... Yeah, Tato, it's just not the same, is it? And also, it's not very good for building muscle. That's the problem. It's like... And also, it's so bleeding hot. But the thing is, I mean, I've lost a lot of weight over the last few kind of weeks and stuff. Yeah, Trucker, I know what you mean. I would very much like a Nando's, which in the UK, you know, you have a cheeky Nando's. A nice bite to eat. I'd fancy going to the cinema as well. There's loads of stuff that I want to do. Just be able to be out and about. Enjoy the weather. Might have a little trip to London. We've got a couple of trips that we would like to go on, just day trips up to London. But it's just going to be so busy. That's the problem. It's just knowing that when everyone comes out of lockdown, it's going to be the same time. I'm not actually allowed out of my house until middle of June. I'm at that point. And by then, I probably would have had, or I should have had, another scan and results and all that kind of stuff. So I might talk about doing all this stuff and I might not be able to, so I don't know. I've got to... I know the lockdown will eventually be over. I just... I mean, Lee, you're meant to help... Scarlet4, thank you for subscribing. Lee, you're meant to help with homework as a parent anyway. I hate to say that. I hate to point that out. That's kind of your job as a parent. Yeah, a good curry house would be good, wouldn't it? Definitely would be nice. Can imagine that. But then again, I mean, I haven't been out. Oh, but now I want one. But then again, I struggle with spicy food with the meds that I'm on as well. It's just, so the struggling being makes my mouth hurt. Nothing too extreme, but it's just very uncomfortable. I wouldn't call you a bad parent, Lee. I just say what you should be doing as a as a good parent. I'll say what you should be doing, and if you're not doing it, then you can make your personal judgment call as to whether or not you are a good or bad parent. I would never accuse anyone of being a good or bad parent, because I am not one myself. So who am I to question? Phoenix, you're lucky. Very lucky. I mean, to be fair, I did have fried chicken for dinner tonight because we were celebrating Mrs. Plater getting her visa, so that's good. Because, you know, she's an immigrant, so what can we do? I knew what I was getting into. Yeah, see, Trucker Deluxe, she's saying that with lockdown over, I'm like, no, it's not. Wait, I am very much stuck. No, Gary, she's not. She's clever. And still married to me, and chose to marry me despite being clever. I don't know what that's about, but hey, we all have our character flaws, I guess. But yeah, it's well, definitely. Oh, it's when. Oh, right, Trucker. Sorry, I've read that and it said. Yeah, that was what I said. Whoa, whoa, whoa! I'm still stuck. Yeah, I think we all have one of them as well, don't we? A character ceiling where we cannot get any further. Right. Oh, there's Pro-Rock. Yeah, Lee, you're right. I am stunningly good looking, so there is that to be considered, I guess. Let's let these Olympics just catch up. How much do you want? It could be 200 by now. It has to be 200. 225. Good. Yeah, Gary, I am modest. Like, I am so modest that no one does being modest better than I do. Like, the fact that I am that modest, whilst being so attractive, intelligent, talented, wise, insightful. It honestly is, you know, I'm humbled by myself because of it. Oh no, that's going to get taken out of... Nah, Lee, you're lucky. You're punching when it comes to your misses. Uh-oh. Shouldn't have said that. Alan, that's a smart move. Get them drug tested. Hang on, wait. Snappo, you have somewhere called Shady Grove. That's a... What do they sell there? Witches' curses? Oh, Gary, I wouldn't go as far as narcissistic. It's perfectly healthy to be in love with someone, as long as it's just that. Wait, what? Are we really avoiding everything over 120? I mean, that one is 20, and it's right there. shady grove where they sell hexes and beers and snacks at affordable prices. I'm quite looking forward to not have to plan what I have for dinner as well. That's something up there where, rather than me being like a, oh, you know, we'll have to, what do you want for dinner? Oh, I don't know, what do you want for dinner? Rather than having that plan, we just go to a shop and buy something. That'd be lovely. Alright, catch you later, Hunter. Have a good night. It's one of the most hated conversations that I think Mrs. Plater and I have, is that we have to ask each other, what are we having for dinner, or what do you want for dinner, or have you thought about dinner? We're both fully aware that we don't like it. Oh, Lee, that is a bit extreme, isn't it? Okay, your wife plans all the food, but it's the, what do you want to eat? I want to eat it for a week's time on a Thursday at 1900 hours. No, none of that. I don't even like planning dinner before I've had lunch. I hate that. Don't know why, just do. I think we're gonna... Oh. Well, this must be one that we're mining. I think. Maybe this one? Oh, we got mine? Oh no, just the sulfur. Trucker, yeah, it is. And also, on top of that, the I have to be extra careful because I'm classed as extremely high risk or extremely vulnerable. But yeah, there are loads of things that have been shut down. Shadow and Mist just saying you're still drunk because it's Father's Day. Well, congratulations. Good job. Hard at work. Hard at work, being a father and being drunk at the same time. I don't know if that makes you a good one or a bad one. Like I was saying to Lee earlier, I'm not here to judge. I personally am a fantastic cat dad. Like, you know, Clive's going. You're doing your best. Oh, that's what you can do. See, Lee, you got that. We couldn't get flour for the longest time. I hear stuff crunching behind me. Decade Kane, I'm not sure you'd get anything like that, but you might be able to get a Reaver one. Like, a Reaver ship kit would be cool. Not for me though, because I need gold and I need shiny. Oh, Tracker got it. I don't know who knows what, so I never know. But yeah, that's why I'm having to be extra careful. But also, I haven't really been out. Like, there are certain things where I feel like it should be shut down a lot of cases, but things aren't. Which is always a bit of a shame. I think that applies for both. Oh, you guys can probably hear me moving around. Also, my left shoulder grinds and pops, and I don't feel it. Because it's completely numb still, so I don't really know. Oh, Alan, that's a question that I can't possibly answer. But yeah, I'm a little bit behind the other guys. But no, Kim is not prepping pufferfish. She was not going to try and kill me off. But I mean, now she's got the visa. Shadow in the Mist. Clive he's a lad. He's currently sitting around waiting for some dinner. But he was not happy with us earlier. Had to give him his medicine. He has a habit of drooling and then shaking his head and splattering it everywhere. It's a bribe dinner, no, just dinner, so he leaves us alone. I keep overheating and it's not good. Cargo hatch is down to 94%. That'll be fine. No, but we have little moths flying around all over the place, and it's like, oh god. Yeah, I've not got enough limpets, I think. I think that's my problem. I feel like I don't have enough limpets. But I've got I've got loads of collectors, so it's not that. Right, that's the last lot from this one. Who is closer? Same distance, pretty much. Oh, alright, let's see what Vortex has got. Well, he's definitely got some low temperature diamonds going on. Yeah, Lee, it's not super. Well, you've been on something, haven't you? It's better than what I've got so far. Because I've got nothing. Pirate vortex to fill up my cargo faster. Yeah, I mean, I could do that, couldn't I? It'd be something. Custom colours for bookmarks would be good, wouldn't it? And for HUDs. Would be good. Completely custom. Pops up with a little shader thing that you can pick. Eragon, I'm using the Type 9. I wish I wasn't, honestly. But all that cargo space. Gotta do what we gotta do. Oh, don't say Collect Olympus expired. I mean, I don't mind orange. So you guys are saying you're running low on limpets, are you? I mean, I still have 235. So problem is that you get that, you kind of, you move on, you keep moving, you keep leaving stuff behind, you leave limpets behind because you're trying to move on to the next one. I've got collector limpets that just keep dying. And you get to the point where it's like, either I stand there and wait for them to come back, and it's like, ugh. They need to continue to improve collector limpets, I think. Yeah, it's better than the old days where we used to have to do sidewinders all over the place. And that was the thing that used to have to happen. See, I looked at X4 Foundations and I thought about it because I'd played X Rebirth and it was almost good. Like, it was close. You could see it had a lot of stuff going for it, and then it suddenly wasn't. You know, it's that. But then X4, as I looked at it and I thought it looked good, and then I saw the character models in it and they were awful. Like, it was just really outdated. Like, outdated and a new game at the same time. It was not good. But then again, I've not really looked much at the gameplay. The actual ship gameplay in it. I don't know if it's any good or not. Plus X Rebirth. Oh, the story. And the acting. Awful. Oh, there's a 31 there anyway. Oh, this one's a 27. Ooh, come on. Let's back it up. Back it up there. Back it up. Yeah, see, X Rebirth is the game that made me want Elite. Well, no, Elite is the game that made me buy X Rebirth. X Rebirth was then the game that made me want Elite Dangerous instead. Which isn't great. It's probably not the way it's meant to work. But then again, the trailers for Elite Dangerous for me were just like, oh wow, this looks absolutely incredible. I think I need to be into this. I need this in my life. That was very much what it felt like. But anyone who's on the old YouTube side of things, on my channel, you'll know that I have recently started playing quite a bit of StarCraft Remastered, and I'm really enjoying it. It's the only time I've ever played a game and felt like I wanted to get better at it. I'm not getting anything from this. Vortex and his bloody limpets. I can't compete with them. Right, so Mercolite. The benefit of wing mining is that you can prospect more rocks at the same time. Also, when you come to sell, you get the trade dividends on top. So it's kind of like money for nothing, free money, which we like. So yeah, there is a bit of a benefit. Because what you'll do is you'll keep going until you're all full. So because of that, it doesn't really matter who finishes first, because as you go through, you end up collecting more and more. So best example is once like Vortex is full, for example, or out of limpets, and I still have limpets, and I carry on going. I carry on sitting there scooping stuff up and hoovering. Oh. Oh. Okay, I'm into the jettisoning limpets phase. We will abandon them, otherwise they come up as stolen cargo for people. Let's just make sure we've got limpets on the ignore list. Yes, we do. Snappo, it feels like it, doesn't it? Like, Vortex is our little... not so little, he's quite tall. Lucky charm. For mining. Come on. Type 9 though. Type 9. I'm starting to feel like we might actually have to switch over to a cutter, and then we get shields and mining. Yeah, Phoenix. It's not the best price in the world, but it's by no means the worst either. So I don't mind. There's some pretty decent places nearby. Well, there's one place that's quite decent nearby. Like, I will sell for 1.1, 1.2, not an issue. Yeah, the mapped runs, I don't know how I feel about it. Honestly, I don't. Oh, Massier? I've probably butchered that. How you doing? I'm trying to think what it would be. How to say that. I'm not very good at names. Wait for all of these to come and everything hitting at the same time, be like clink 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 clink. Ditch them. Yeah, Truck, I know what you mean. It can get a little bit dry, I think is the word that we would use. I feel like that's the phrase. Sir Dirty Dog 1, hello, how you doing? Oh, you say Vaxler. I don't know. Does it exist? Is Vaxler real at this point? Is it just a meme? Is it just a joke? I don't know. Right, off we go. It's the Holy Beer Grave. Well, it's something. Is what it is. Oh, that's Prorock over there. That's the wrong way. There, isn't it? Oh, what's this here? Diamonds. Let's pop one in here. I don't know if it will be, Lee. I mean, there's a lot of people have a lot of interesting theories on how it is, and they think it's in a permit lock system, and I'm not strictly sure it's gonna be, especially if, like, someone from Frontier did say that someone had been in the system that it is in. They honked and they left. Like, just saying someone has been there doesn't mean that it's been multiple people that have been there, or it's only been one person. You don't really know. Difficult one. What next to Swindon? If we're talking about the Magic Roundabout, because that'd be the thoughts, isn't it? I mean, we have one near us. Maybe we have to keep going around that a few times. Yeah, there's a lot of, like I say, a lot of crazy ideas kicking around. Like, some people suggested permalock systems, like I said. Some people suggested that it has to happen to you by random. You know, you need to be part of a wing to do it. You have to be triple elite to even be able to have it maybe happen, and all this kind of stuff. We've got it's all speculation. It's all made up. So who knows? Paper Wrap, yeah, we are talking about Raxler. How did you know? How could you possibly know we're having a little chat about Raxler? What gave it away? Right, Pro is saying Raxler is generally that every player must take on their own. No. Don't know about that. Right, that's the... Oh. I'm not... Like I say, I'm just not convinced by it. That that's the case. I don't feel like it's... I don't feel like that's how it's going to work. But yeah, I think we've all heard all the theories, and they are all theories. I mean, the chances are it just doesn't exist. It was one thing that was mentioned once in a book or a novella, and that was it. And then we have no reason to believe it's in the game at all. And essentially, it's the Iconian gateway from Star Trek. That's basically what it is. You need to be hibernated by Thargoids whilst neutron jumping from a guard-controlled system whilst holding your left foot to your right hand using Onion Head. Interesting, Grey Talon. How you doing? But yeah, it could be that. I don't think it will be, though. I'm not convinced. It's going to take a lot to convince me, to be fair. This is interesting. The galactic average for low temperature diamonds currently now is 295, but it wasn't before. Yeah, so the galactic average here is 295, 246, which is interesting. And it wasn't last week, it was lower. So different pricing in different places. That's odd. Snappo requesting permission to buzz the tower. Oh, Daniel, we've got to be quadruple elite. Oh, never going to find it then. Well, I should stop talking about Raxler then. See, all I know is that during my 24-hour stream, I was inducted into the Dark Wheel by... Oh, I kind of like went on this little bit of a... This is his port side, right? That one over there then. This is port and starboard. Good thing I know my port and starboard. But yeah, it's I was inducted into the Dark Wheel during Drew Rhaegar's segment, so I don't know. Maybe I do stand a good chance of finding it if ever I were to find out. Because of that, you never know. I don't think anyone else has had that privilege. Oh, I'm not supposed to talk about that. No, I can talk about it. It happened publicly. But I can't tell you any more than that. The rest of it, mystery. I'll never know what fully happened. I had to use my knowledge, my intelligence, my ingenuity to travel around. That is on my channel. If you wonder what I'm talking about, that is on the channel. The segment with Drew Wagar. It's all a secret. We won't worry about it too much. Yeah, I feel like this hasn't been a very good run, if I'm honest. 2 hours 15 minutes. I mean, something at 1.1 mil. It's not super still. I mean, it's not bad. 328 tons, but we might as well finish up. See, Alan, the reason why you never got into a CQC match is because you're on Xbox. That's your problem. You need to make that big old jump over into PC world. I mean, Xboxes are basically just computers at this point. Alright, take it, Gary. Thanks for dropping in, bud. Yeah. Oh, it really is the issue. It's a shame. But I don't think Elite Dangerous particularly lends itself to consoles very well, because it's how complicated it is. I imagine it puts people off. Yeah, Alan, that is fair. I understand the reasoning for it. Cheers, Kuro. I'll pass along the congrats to her. We were super happy, like really happy about it, because that has been in since they've had everything since February, so we waited 3 months. 3 months to find out whether or not my wife can stay in the country, which during that time her visa ran out before the application in paper-wise. Her visa ran out then we couldn't get an appointment to send all the paperwork in, which is okay. It was fine because technically the visa application was open, so we provided supporting documentation. We got it all in, and then I've waited 3 months. So yeah. All that stress going on whilst I've been going through, everyday life at the same time. Hooray! But yeah, all sorted now. All good. Chances are she knows more about living in the UK than we all do. Oh yeah, Snapo. It's an interesting thing. She had to go through the living in the UK test, which we had to go to Hounslow to do, and it was kind of like a lot of messing around, and she had to do loads of studying for it. And yeah, there are questions in there that I wouldn't have known the answer to, like difference between Welsh courts and English courts and stuff. And I was like, well, why would I know that? I don't know about the British court system anyway, because I've not had to experience it. And if I did, I would learn about it then. See, shadowing this, it's not that bad. You know, I'm aware that the UK has a reputation of being a bunch of drunks, but really, that's just pub culture. Where you fall out of work on a Friday night and then get absolutely hammered, which I have not done for a very long time. Partially because I worked late shifts on Fridays for absolute ages. And didn't finish work till 10:30. Plus, I don't really like going out. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I was playing with a 290 290X as my GPU. It was good. Symbiont? How you doing? It's a combination of Dionysus and Symbiont. Symbiont. I'll get it. I'm going to assume no one ever gets that, which is why you seem so happy about it, right? Get in there. I was the first one to break it down. Ah, you see. I'm going to pretend it's because I'm super smart. Or actually, I'm always interested in people's usernames and where they come from. I find it interesting because it's kind of like you're given a chance to pick any name that you like for your name. Dionysus. I mean, nah, I'm out on that one. Obviously, Dionysus being the goddess of pretty much tits and wine and fornication. So I'm gonna assume it's a combination of that. Like, because you know Dionysus is a little bit devil-like at the same time. God gave man wine and festival. Yeah, cool. So, yeah, I don't know where the ambient bit would come into it. Similar relationship with those very things. Ah, okay, right. You like your wine, eat DJ. Gotcha. That's cool. Aragon. I want to guess how you got your name. Right. Well, Aragon. It sounds. It sounds distinctly like Aragon, as in like the series of books and the awful movie, but also a little bit Tolkien-esque at the same time. Tanner 13 Ghosts. I assume it's because of the film 13 Ghosts, which I saw at the cinema when I was a kid, and it was terrifying. I say as a kid, I was a teenager, but oh, Alan, can I guess how you got your name? Oh, it's a tough one. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that your parents liked the name. Joel, hola, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. We're having an interesting chat about names, I guess. Or usernames on the interwebs. Mine is simply just my last name, so that's a pretty easy one. Where's it come from? I mean, that spelling of Phoenix is that I don't know. Almost. Good guess, but 13 Ghost is a K-Chan name. Okay, right. But surely the 13 Ghost bit. K-Chan. Whatever. Hello. I'm like, but surely the 13 Ghost bit come from... Anyway. I'm just guessing at people. Right, well, Trucker Deluxe, I'm going to assume you're a trucker and you were born in 1985. Well, totally out there. Shadow in the Mist, I don't know about that. But I know your real name, though, so... What can I tell you? So you became named that, then Edge's house trying to think something dark. Oh, with dark. Right. Bit a bit closer here. Oh, it's from Ghost Recon, right. Okay. Oh, but then your original clan name will have come from obviously the movie 30, so come on. I'm like, yeah, come on. And then people call you... Phoenix is a great marquee of hell. Okay. Is that from something? Is that from a... In demonology... Oh, it has 20 legions of demons under his... Oh, okay, right, yeah. Hang on. Let's just tag this one. Nope. Or is that a nope? Yeah, it's a nope. That's a good one, though. It's 30%er. Yeah, see, I would never have got that, would I? Like, Aragon, I never would have got to that from the name. I don't see how I would have made the jump. There you go. You are, and you got a deluxe on your first day. You tore a car door off, and as soon as it's called the deluxe model of neutrons. Oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah, see, Alan, it's a fair one, but now she knows who you are, so. A step is only easy if you know which direction you're moving in. I need to really watch my heat and pay attention a bit more, I think. What's weird is it's firing and then it wasn't going up and then suddenly it was. Alright. Shadow, take care, man. Let's actually... Oh, let's pop up and over. God. Dionysus, yes, it does. Because you use Restream, and Restream has a handy little chat feature where it allows you guys to talk to each other. Although there is a little bit of a delay, because, you know, latency on Twitch versus latency on YouTube. Oh, snap out, right. Let's ditch a few more limpets. Oh yeah, never at Restream bot though. That's a mistake. And then also I have Nightbot, who can be summoned to say certain things. But then we also have actual Nightbot, who is a person and a mod, which is really confusing for people. I mean, it's fair that it's confusing, I mean. Ah, well. Yeah, Nightbot versus Nightbot has... a Nightbot then wins, which means something. I'm losing collectors fast. Why am I losing collectors? Like... Ugh. Bloody limpets. Be easy. Mining would be easy without them. Yeah, Alan, pretty much you want to slap him on the nose and call him bad. Be like, no, you're misbehaving. No. But hey, at least we're picking stuff up. 374. I'm really looking forward to getting through these. These feel like it's feels like it's taking a really long time to fill up, to be honest. Yeah, it's not painite. It really isn't. I miss painite mining. It was better. Yeah, it is a little bit. It's pretty. That's the thing. Painite mining was quicker, but it doesn't sell for as much still, which is a bit of a. Right, what is painite per ton at the moment? Painite is. Oh, it's only 500. Looking at it. I mean, okay. Let's say, oh god, the largest is in Colonia for the highest price. Okay, highest price for a large pad. This is from 2 hours ago. It's 554,000 per ton, which isn't bad. Quicker. It was better. All right, Kuro. Take care, buddy. Let's drop it in. Yeah, we're not doing a... great job. Ah, there you go, Vortex has got one. Let's get back on the gold. I've got a good feeling about this one. Really good feeling about it. Oh, screwy feelings. And now I've got the, do I just wait for these guys to finish before I start? Or, you know, whilst their limpets are busy, get mine going? Because mine are all like, they're zipping off and they're like, oh no, there's no, oh, no, can't get that yet. No, can't get that. Vortex is charging its ECM. But no, my limpets. Alright, here you go. Here's the thing. So, as everyone knows, lockdown, I'm looking for some good TV shows to watch. If anyone has suggestions, or Alan, take care. I've already watched The Expanse. I've already watched Star Trek Discovery. I haven't finished watching Star Trek Picard yet, but I'm watching it. So I've got like most of the decent TV shows under my belt. But I am open to suggestions. I've been binge watching MTV's Catfish, big time. Like I'm almost all the way through it now, just because I think it's just trash. My Hero Academia. Do I want to watch that? But yeah, open to advice, open to options. I was watching Gundam because I was doing the robot building, which I still need to finish off, to be fair. I got halfway through making a high grade on stream and then kind of stopped, so I would like to get back into it and finish it off. But yeah, like open to things. Try Battlestar. Right, okay. I have. Unfortunately, it got a little bit depressing. It got really, really dark for a bit. And it was like, oh, I've watched Altered Carbon both seasons. Westworld season 3, that was season 2. So, right, I stopped watching Westworld season 2 because it got a little bit. Because it got a little bit depressing as well, I guess. So I kind of want something a little bit uplifting that makes me feel better about humanity. I know Altered Carbon really doesn't, but it kind of does. The characters are good. I much preferred season 1 of Altered Carbon than I did season 2. Anthony Mackie is fine, but it just didn't feel the same. Like, just did not feel the same. Money Heist. Breaking Bad. See, right. There's too much hype when it comes to Breaking Bad for me to want to go near now. Plus, the guy's got cancer. It's a little bit close to home, so I don't think I need that. Although I might give some tips on starting this massive drug empire, I guess. Oh wait, my treatment's free, so it's fine. Don't need that. The Rookie with Nathan Fillion, right. Don't think I've heard of that. I don't think I have. Show called The Outsider. Sons of Anarchy. Oh, I don't know about that. Oh, Sons of Anarchy. Firefly. Right, I don't like Firefly, and this is something that always gets me grief. Is that I don't like Firefly and Serenity. I don't like them. I just don't like it. I really don't like it at all. There was called Tales from the Loop. I've seen that on Amazon Prime. It looks okay. It looks interesting, at least. Looks like it could be a good one. Very like interesting sci-fi. Actually, Lost in Space is season 2 out. Yeah, it's probably been out for ages. Yeah, see, Tanner, I told you. I know it's. I don't like Firefly yet. Yeah, it is. I say it's not a fan of it. I don't really like it. That's it. That's what I got. I don't like the aesthetic of it. It's a bit low budget. And I know people might say that's why it's great, but it's not for me. But it's fine. No, I don't like cutters. I understand their value. I understand that they are useful in certain circumstances. Prefer the Corvette. Yeah, The Expanse is fantastic. I literally, when season 4 came out, I watched season 4 and immediately went back and watched seasons 1 through 4 again. So that was good. Oh, I fully expect to be teased. I'm on the internet talking about stuff and having an opinion. That's what happens. I recently finished watching Star Trek Discovery as well. and as long as it wasn't really in my head, I just as long as in my head I remove it from being Star Trek, because it's just there's too many issues with it with regards to everything really. In particular, the lore aspects of it. Like, wait, how's the technology more advanced then than it is now? And you're telling me that no one else came up with the idea of the spore drive? Then it just doesn't make sense. It just seems unlikely. So, like, the Federation could have 100 ships with a spore drive, and this would have won every single war. So. The Spatial Inquisition. Oh no, I just casually turn around and there they are and go, oh, I wasn't expecting that. And where are we up to? 393. Getting there. Or probe an asteroid. I was like, oh, yep. Right, well, I guess we've got some prospecting to do. Man, you gotta love the God Rays. And yeah, gotta love them. Yeah, I really struggle with it. When you do like prequels, requels, reboots, remakes, spin-offs, and it starts getting a little bit too convoluted, and Star Trek is a nightmare for it because of the JJ verse and the fact that the Discovery doesn't take place in the JJ verse, but something else does. And it's just like, what? I don't get it. Like, why do the Klingons look weird? Why don't the Klingons have hair? Oh, it's because they shaved it off during a time of war. So that's a weak excuse and you know it. But yeah, so many different things. And it is very much like, if in doubt, it's well, if in doubt, you just use the spore drive in it. You know that. It's just a bit like, oh, that's a shame they kept using that as like a bit of a crutch. They did not need to do that. The only thing that I will say is with Star Trek Enterprise was pretty good when it came to doing prequel stuff for Star Trek, because the medicine was oldie-ager, and so was pretty much everything, to be honest. It worked, and the weapons, and that was good. I appreciated that. Ghost in the Shells, Fullmetal Alchemist. Fullmetal Alchemist, I've watched some of, and I enjoyed it. I also really like Appleseed, very, very good. I really like the animation in them. Very good indeed. I actually went to go see the Final Fantasy Spirits Within movie at the cinema whilst on a holiday years and years ago. Not bad. Not bad. But yeah, there's a lot of good anime. I really like Macross. and by derivative Robotech. Yeah, really big fan of them. They're my favourites. No, truck. I think they just stopped talking. That was it. they're just not chipping in. So nothing to worry about. Everything is still working correctly. Oh, is there still? Yeah, there is still prospect. Really good. But yeah, there's a lot of really good anime out there. Oh. Alright guys, I don't think I'm going to be doing much more of this. Oh. Especially considering I keep doing that. And I got 400 tons, which is a decent amount. Oh, it's weird not having the carrier management button there now. I'm already used to it. It didn't take long. But no, I've got like got a hard drive with a bunch on of those different ones I've not watched. But there's one that I've been looking for since I was a kid. Right, I watched it as a kid, rented it from Blockbuster, originally the Ritz video store, and it was all I remember in it is that it was like this guy and he had a car that transformed into a robot. Loads of stuff transformed into robots, and I remember at the end of it there was like this plane or an aircraft that was crashing, and the emergency device for it to deal with any crash was a mecha suit. So it turned into a suit like during the crash process and then would land so that you didn't die. And I've been looking for that, and it's not Megazone 1, it's not I just can't find it. Like I've checked loads I just can't find it. It's not palatable, it's not anything like that. I just can't find it. Oh, hey, Pearl. Don't mind me. But yeah, I just haven't been able to find it. Something similar was Guyver, that was Biomech. Yeah, it wasn't that either, because I've checked. I had to check. But I just kind of want to know. You know, I've been looking for this for decades at this point. So who knows? But yeah, I just remember it was a bit like and it wasn't Akira or anything like that. It was no, not Akira. Because it's. Problem is that you don't know if it's a German, no, not German, Japanese like remake of something, or if it's the American of taking it, sliced it up, and turned it to something. I don't know, it's German. You know, it's like there's a lot of that exists out there as well, where American companies would take things, slice it up, and then turn it into something else. Like Macross becoming Robotech was a great example, because Robotech is actually a bit more grown up. Oh, I got 33 at last. I think this is it. I think the luck's changing. Yeah, I just can't remember, and I want to know. What I did about the planets, yeah. I've done with everything. Like they did with Power Rangers. Which is why If you ever rewatch the first season of the Power Rangers, it's worth pointing out that the Pink Ranger has a little miniskirt thing on, but the Yellow Ranger, who is also supposed to be a girl, does not. Which is an interesting little bit, because it's actually a dude in the suit. This one have no boobs either. Like, it's just one of these things where like, someone told me and I'm like, oh my god, yeah. A very weird thing to find out. Because it was so surprising. Snappo. I think you can buy them in Shinrata. Yeah, you can buy them in Shinrata if you've got got them a lot. Plus you get a discount at Shinrata. So why wouldn't you? Yeah, can't quite see the temperature there. Yeah, I'm like, whenever I unlock something, Shinrata is the place to go. It's so convenient, and especially considering how close it is to Hilla as well. But then I'm like, well, I'm going to do my carrier. When I've got it, everything's going to be on there. Almost tempted to try and shoot Prorock's limpets away, but clear off. Come in here, steal my diamonds. Mine. Oh, they're still picking stuff up. That's got to be everything, surely. Go on, bits, yeah. I will blame your bleeding limpets, whatever I like, Prorock. It's always their fault, all of it. Don't care what it is. Great Anne, I don't think you're the only one. They're coming back over, Prorock. They're coming back over. Let's sort them out. But yeah, the wrong power distributor really let me down. Right, where are we? Oh, 433. But what it does mean is that with the way the mining works, so you don't exhaust one asteroid for everybody when you mine it. We will all be able to mine, especially just for me if I'm the last one with a cargo space, and then it will go much quicker, which is good. Ticking away. I feel like that took a long time to refine another ton. Alex, no, because I've not decommissioned mine. But it's interesting. If that's a bug, that is kind of hilarious, but like not in a good way, but in a bad way. Well, trying to look, the dredgers they are actually out there, or they were in one of the updates, one of the betas, I think it was. The space dredger was out there, and it'd move along, and then it just got removed. They were supposed to move from place to place. But yeah, the dredgers just disappeared. Like, by the time I heard about them, I was like, oh no, I need to go and get there. Gone. So it's a server-side change. Like any assets, like stations and stuff like that, is all server-side changes. Oh, I thought I'd probably be saying machine robo rescue. Wait, are we talking about the what I was talking about? But I don't know if it's that. I don't know if it is. Like, it's one that I will have to check. Let's have a look. No, definitely was not. That looks like budget GoBots. Nope. It wasn't. It seemed grown up. Like, it seems like my mother should not have rented it for me from the video store. But yeah. It was the 90s, whatever. We were tougher then. Not damaged because of it. I'm pretty sure it was a movie. I think. So Alex, it probably should have got back to you on the server tick. So if you haven't, if that hasn't happened, then obviously it's a bug. Buy it as a bug report. Or confirm it as an issue, because I'm sure you wouldn't be the only person it would affect. Yeah, diagnosis. I've kind of said that before, where I always kind of liken it to seaQuest DSV, where you used to have the whiskers on it and have that, but for mining, so that they would find the cool ones for you, like find the decent ones, so you wouldn't have to do any messing around. Yes, Pro Rock, yes, please. Would appreciate that. Yeah, it wasn't Robotech though. I know that for a fact. It wasn't, and it wasn't Macross. I that's probably I can't remember what it was called exactly. I just can't remember. And I'm starting to think that I'll never know. Unless I watch every single Japanese cartoon with transforming robots in, which would be... I mean, I don't think there's enough time in the world. Because it's a pretty common theme in anime. Alright, how bad is my cargo scoop now? Oh, come on. 92%. Oh, that's still right. But I do know that I don't need to watch anything before probably 1995, or at least 2000. So only between 2000 and 1984. So it's only no, like it's only 16 years worth of robot anime that I need to watch. It'll be fine. Hey David, how you doing? It wasn't Gundam. Definitely wasn't Gundam. Because I've been watching Gundam recently, and it definitely wasn't that. Yeah, 16 years. A long time to... But there you go, that's what I'm dealing with here. And this is why everyone's suggesting stuff. I'm like, oh, it could be that, oh, it could be that. Yeah, and it probably was, yeah, because Transformers were really popular, and so everyone's trying to cash in on that. And I mean, to be honest, like, Japanese animation studios are by far greatly superior to Western ones. With the exception of voice acting. Hey Kevin, how you doing? I am mining for low temperature diamonds. Because who doesn't love low temperature diamonds? Because it's the best way to get money still. But yeah, I'm just kind of like topping up some funds if I want to purchase a carrier when they go live. I've definitely got plenty. GoBots, cheap man. Renan, owned by the same people. Or made by the same people. And you want to talk about cheap Transformers? Rock Lords. They just turn into rocks. How crap is that? A series about robots that transform into rocks. Awful. Absolutely awful. Like, who came up with that? Like, that's like proper low effort. You know, we've got see, I thought Transformers were first. Right. Hang on. GoBots TV show. Alright, this is according to Wikipedia. 1984 was the original release. Transformers G1 was also 1984. Don't know. They also had GoBots. Yeah, they had a crossover. They had a crossover. I think they have a crossover. Did they have a crossover in 1986? Oh. I don't know. Grey Talon, yeah, it was. Shouldn't have been though. Yeah, I'm still collecting stuff off of that one, off the other rock. Yeah, my limpets are slow. But yeah, it was. It was a Veritech fighter that was released as a Transformer because Hasbro bought the molds from Takara. Which is ridiculous. But yeah, crossover Transformers and stuff, always good. I remember they did Turtles. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle crossover Transformer things. They were haunting. I mean, to be honest, we're at the point where we might as well just start mining this one. David, you say Captain Harlock never. Never really watched it. But I have seen it on Amazon Prime. Movie. Right. I really want to get this full and be done with it now. Like, I've done enough mining and sitting down on the backside. I want to get up and have a wander around. But I also want at least 500 million credits. Wait, do I see a... Is the prospector over there? Rubbish. I'm just trying to find because I'm really close to being full. Just need 23 more ton or 22 more tons. Right, go for this one. It's 20%. What are the clues can you give about this anime? Ugh. It had a car that turned into a robot as well. It took place on a planet, not space. The car was red. Trying to think what else. I really don't have much out. I don't have much else to add. I watched it in the 90s. Oh, Jason the Wood Warriors was good. I appreciated that. I mean, it was about the toys, wasn't it? Mech Warrior. Wait, as a TV show. There was a Mech Warrior TV show? Okay. I did not know that. Battletech, yeah. I mean... Well, Battletech is the universe, isn't it? Because my brother used to play the RPG. Battletech. So all the books all over the place when I was a kid. And obviously I remember Voltron. The original, the old school Voltron. Or Go Lion. But I feel like there's always a few more. Yeah, I know. There's always so many things. I just remember having a lot of robot toys as a kid as well that transformed and turned into things. Well, I'm going to try and find it now. Battletech, okay. Oh god, these Collector Limpets are slow as. Hey Howard, how you doing? You're saying, did I ever see Starfleet? I had Xbox. No. Don't think so. Yeah, I want to go back and play the original, well, MechWarrior 2 and MechWarrior 2 Mercenaries. That's what I want to go back and play. But I can't find them anywhere that work, even with PC. Like the current modern day tech. The MechWarrior 4 was a great find. MechWarrior 4 Mercenary is a fantastic find. This rock that I'm on now, Vortex, this is 27. Don't say I have to find an old PC. It's not worth it. I've been desperate. I've been like... Like, this should do it. This rock should probably do it. I think. If you guys mine this one, it should be enough. I don't think I can justify buying an old school, like, computer just to play old games. Like, 'cause I do have a box full of actual physical games on CD. Oh, virtual machine, yeah. I know my limpets are slow, there's nothing I can do about it. Yeah, it's space though. Space. Like, I used to have a Pentium 166 that I ran. That was like my first gaming computer my brother gave to me. And it was, I played like the original AVP. No, I don't have an old school laptop. Like my laptop got an i3. Like, it's old. Like, oh my god, it's 9 years old. That's how old my laptop is, because I got it like the day I came home from America for the first time, seeing Mrs. Plater 9 years ago. It was an impulse buy whilst I was exceptionally tired after doing an overnight flight. Just mentioning when I bought my laptop, I didn't realise it was 9 years old, and I bought it after seeing you for the first time, and I was really tired, and I probably shouldn't have spent that amount of money. So, but it was so that we could talk properly. Alright, I think my... Right, I'm now out of limpets. And there's loads of low temperature diamonds still kicking around, so... Yeah, I did have a really old school laptop, but it died hard. Been dropped one too many times. And now, see, right, Renan, you talk about XCOM. You can get it on Steam. No, I've got original XCOM on Steam. I've got the whole XCOM series on Steam. Not the new ones, though, because I don't really like them that much. They're a bit dumbed down for me. Hard. Very hard and difficult still, but a little bit dumbed down on the equipment. Right, well, I guess what we'll do is we're just going to go to the galaxy map. Oh, see, it's right then. Then because the problem is that you'd have to have an actual monitor and stuff as well to right, we are selling. Right, it's still a place to go. Right. I've got one more ton. I'm not going to worry about filling my hoppers particularly. I know it's losing out a little bit. Yeah, I mean, Terror from the Deep was hard. Like, really, really hard. We're going to go to Antov Den. That's the name of the system. Oh. That's the plan. I think you guys will have the jump advantage. Oh, right, I'm done. I'm out. I'm like, oh, get me out of here. I'm done. Ugh. I really enjoyed XCOM Apocalypse. That was probably my favourite of the XCOM series. I like the weapons. I liked the fact that you had that, like, you could buy out corporations and you could fight them and they get taken over and infiltrated and stuff, and it was just an excuse to start wars with people. Yeah, I'm 100% going to get interdicted along the way as well, so that's going to be fun. Found a YouTube, MechWarrior 2 is back. I'm working on Windows 10. Interesting. I think it might be hard. I think it might be. Like, I found a version of it to try. It just, none of it made sense because you have to do a lot of messing around. But yeah, we'll see. I'll look into it again. Or I could just man up and play MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries like I really should. Yeah, Trucker, that is literally, that is me right now. I'm not so excited for it. I never really played the Homeworld series, so I'm not that excited about it. Alright, GT, take care. Yeah, DLC shouldn't though, should they? You know, a full game should be released as is. This is always my thing, like, a game should be complete. Oh, who did I catch up with? Perrock. Six jumps. Oh, man. Yeah, I play Elite. I didn't know that, though. I didn't know that Elite wasn't complete. So... that's what happened there. I mean, Andy, not enough cargo space though. I don't need the more hard points or anything like that, so... what I should really do is use a cutter. Because I've got one, and I should use it. I just need to hurry up and get there, is what I need to do. Yeah, I started playing Elite when it was just in space, so pre-Horizons, and it was fine. You know what? I knew what I was getting into, and I was okay with that. Because I knew. That's what it was like. I knew what I was getting into. You can't complain if you know what you're getting into. Right, the timeline is... it's around about the same, but the difference is that cutter is... you can actually have some defense. Like, if I get interdicted, because I'm guaranteed to get interdicted somewhere along the way. In fact, I'm starting to worry about whether or not I have enough space. Not space. Yeah, I do. Enough fuel. But yeah. Different manoeuvrability, should we say. Very good for running away. Like, you get interdicted, you just submit and then boost. And you're off. How on earth? How the hell am I making this jump? That's 3 jumps. That's not enough fuel. It is, but it's not, you know? Oh, no, what are you doing? What are you doing? There we go. And the next system's anarchy and hostile, so I'm guaranteed. Yeah, MechVM did not work for me at all. I couldn't get it to work. Couldn't get it. I just could not get it to work. Yeah, I had all kinds of problems with it. Yeah, things are going to get a little bit squeaky, I feel like. Particularly around the... Oh, no, it's fine. Nah, Lee, I think we're pretty sure it's good. I think it said it was fine, but it just felt like it wasn't going to be. It had that moment where I'm like, oh no. Oh no. But we're good. We'll be fine. Our prices are only a couple of minutes old, Lee. The thing is, I'm not going to get the same price on what was an offer. Right, one more jump. Kind of surprised I haven't been... Like, I'm 100% going to get interdicted on... Yeah, on this one, I'm going to get interdicted, I'm pretty certain of it. Yeah, you say the famed Panther Clipper. It's just that highly sought after Panther Clipper. For some reason. Right. No, we're good. We're going to be good. There is going to be... Oh... There it is. That challenger is either after me or after Vortex. And I think it's me. Like, he's lining up for the interdiction. No, he's after Vortex. It's interesting. Oh shit. Oh, language. Oh, we're gonna overshoot this. You say that, I say, like, it's just not... Oh, crap. Who's after me? Oh, it's... Oh, no. Come on. Oh, we do not have the speed or the manoeuvrability to get away from a Faz. Come on. Yeah. Oh, interdiction avoidance skills. They should never have got me, really. Flow2432, hello, how you doing? Right. Oof. Not that fun. Not a lie. Not now, Clive. You need to be quiet, buddy. We've got big stuff going on. Golden Samurai, hello. How you doing? That was probably means they're still around somewhere. Nope. Yeah, Dave, he pops up and he says hello. Andy, that's my cat Clive. He's a bit of a legend. Alright, let's get ourselves... Yeah. Oh, he's really chatty. He just doesn't stop at all. He talks and talks and talks. Middle of the night, shouts. Yeah, I never originally planned to have a cat named after like a typical old man's name, Clive. I say old man's name, like an older man's name. It's very much like, oh, what is this guy doing? NPCs, could you derp any harder? God. No, No. Come on. What the hell? I'm not taking responsibility for that. But I did manage to get myself out by pumping my landing gear. Oh, God. Right, you guys are both in instance, so I'm selling. I'm selling now. I'm getting rid of it all. I'm not getting the full price. It's gone. Oh. That was... I really thought that was going to go worse than it did. Like, much worse. But it didn't. So I'm going to cash in them. That's enough to 53 mil. Is that all of them? Thanks for the answer, Clive. Wasn't actually talking to you. Whilst we're here... Oh, actually, that reminds me, because I had some... Okay. That's what's left over. Yeah, I remember the hopper. I went back. It's fine. I promise it's fine. That's right. Actually, whilst I'm here... Insta factors... Oh. That was me thinking that you could hand in trade vouchers. Well, commanders, I think that is enough for today's live stream. I appreciate everyone that has joined in. I always appreciate you guys to come along. So with even that little bit of excitement there at the end was enough for me to think, oh my goodness. It almost went all wrong. I almost wasted 3.5 hours. Great. But it's okay. It's all right. We topped up. I say we topped up my monies. 11.8 billion. We're getting there. So yeah, thank you very much to everyone who's been watching. If you haven't already and you fancy following on Twitch, then you probably should. The same way, if you haven't subscribed on YouTube, you probably should. Just so you can keep track when I do stream and all that kind of stuff.
Hello there.
But also, do ask that you hit the like button on the way out on YouTube as well, because it does help me out a lot in ways that you cannot possibly imagine. But once again, guys, I say thank you very much for watching. Commander Blater, out.